Olá, eu sou Josh Cambridge e este é o melhor podcast de sempre.
Yes.
This is the Movement Theories podcast and I am joined by João. João, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm so good.
So João
I'm so
is
excited.
my best friend.
Yeah, you could say that.
Wow. João's amazing and everyone who's privileged enough to know him would say the same thing. João is a first year student. It's so true, João. Come on, you got to lift yourself. João's very humble. And I'll spend a lot of this episode telling him to, really just understand just how good he is. He's very cool as well. Like, you're just a cool guy. I see you
Am I
walking
so
around.
cool?
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
100%. I see you walking around site and I'm like, that's a pretty cool guy.
what?
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
god,
yeah.
that's so nice to hear.
Totally. We're both bird students, both in first year. João, however, is one of the lucky bird students to have taken part in Move It. As an international student in your first year, I mean, there's kind of all sorts being piled in there, which is an incredible opportunity. So we're going to talk about that. I think that's probably what we've titled this episode. We'll also talk about some of the auditioning things, some of the drama going on at the moment with visa. I mean, there's all sorts. We'll have tons that we'll get onto.
We love being an international student.
Yes.
Yes.
All of that. Make sure you like and subscribe if this is something you're interested in. Comment down below at any point during the episode, or if you're listening on Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, give us a rating. I think you should be able to do that, especially Spotify users. We need more ratings. So I'd really appreciate that. My name's Josh, and this is the Movement Theories podcast. Okay. So
that was such a good intro.
Was it?
Yeah.
I might just keep rolling, because you've complimented it, and I kind of want to keep it in.
Yeah.
Let me
keep going.
Find these notes. So I think we start off with a little bit of background on you.
Yeah.
Like where in Portugal you're from, what you did kind of growing up that just gave you this burning passion to do musical theatre at such a high level.
Yeah, I've never done musical theater when I was a kid. I've never even danced when I was a kid. I just grow up sawing a lot of musical theater, movies,
Nice.
Disney shows, and everything related to music and dance and acting. When I started high school, I went to this summer school, and the people that were in there, they were like, "You're actually perfect to do or 3 years course." That was on ETSAI, one of the only musical theater schools in Portugal. Yeah, it's kind of tough in there.
I find it crazy that there isn't as many options.
No.
And so people have to come to England. And what's even crazier is you come to England, you do your degree, and then you just get sent back off again, back to Portugal.
Don't say that to me.
No, so the hope is...
Because I will cry right now.
After you graduate, we'll find some way
Yeah.
for you to be able to do your thing, basically.
Hopefully.
Do you want to explain the visa situation? Because it's complicated.
Yeah,
but it's
so
important.
basically, for us being able to be here, we need to apply for a student visa, which obviously gives us the permission to study here. But it doesn't allow us to work. So if we want to have a part-time during the weekend or something like that, we can't. If we want to have our money, have our savings to, I don't know, do our stuff and not always ask for our parents money, we can't. So yeah, it's kind of sad. And also after the degree, after we graduate, we're not allowed to work here in London.
And
So
West End and tours.
yeah, West End, everything that's based in here.
Yeah.
So we can audition for cruise ships and tours and whatever, but
That's about tours internationally, but not
yeah,
in England.
not here.
Not
Yeah.
the tours that go around all the big theatres
Yeah.
in cities, which is crazy. And I mean, I think we've mentioned it before. This is our third international student, I believe. One that's been titled that way. And something I say every time is one of your main options is just to marry a British person. And maybe then you'll be able to,
That's so true. And I've been thinking about that.
Yeah.
But I'm
knows,
trying to look for options. So
Well, the thing is, you got to go where your
you're
heart
free.
is. João's details will be in the description below.
yeah, my phone number will be.
Oh, really? Okay.
No,
See,
no.
We usually plug Instagrams,
Instagram
go
or
check
whatever.
out their YouTube, Showreel. But no, João's a number. Phone him up. He needs a British partner to stay working. And I find it mental. There's a story that, if you're okay sharing,
Oh, yeah.
about auditions for Panto this year.
Yeah.
Do you want to say about that?
This happened this break, actually. So me and like some of the international students got an email for a Panto audition that was supposed to happen today. And they were like, we're looking for like diversity students, like people who represent diversity in general, like some Latin, and we're also looking for this guy who's going to play Jack, just like a boy who can belt, like gives Latin vibes and whatever.
Baritone.
I was like baritone. I was like,
which is rare as well because it's usually tenors.
Yeah.
So even a baritone role,
yeah,
grab it. You know.
and I was like,
amazing.
Like I might have a chance to like have this job, and silly little me.
Little me.
And yeah, I spent like, I don't know how many days more, like 2 days, like preparing the songs that we were supposed to like self-tape. And like 2 days later, they sent us an email saying, oh, actually, we saw your visa details and you're not allowed to work. So there's no point of you even doing audition.
Which is crazy.
And I was like, oh, yeah, right. I haven't forgot about that. But
no, you were
like,
very much aware of
I
it.
knew that I couldn't work, but at least I was going to do the audition. I was
yeah,
going
those
to, like,
emails like gave you hope. It was like, oh, maybe they found a way around it.
Yeah,
like,
and I was
for
like,
them to offer me.
I'm gonna like, at least I'm gonna be able like to show what I can do, you know, even though I'm not allowed to work, but not even that we can do.
Yeah.
So
And like, to be clear, this isn't like the fault of the institution. This is the fault of the laws and the stuff the government have put in place.
if it was the institution, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, no,
Just saying.
Imagine that their rules were, oh, by the way, once you graduate, we personally just don't want you to work. That would be, I mean, the scandal. That would be the biggest scandal. Unfortunately, the scandal lies with the government. It's such a simple fix. Like, you just need a bunch of these old people in the House of Commons just to like bang their hammer and go, okay, sure.
Like
That's it.
The thing is, we just want to work. Like, we're not stealing anybody's jobs. Like, we're studying here, like, which, in my opinion, should give us the right to work here. So
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. It's just sad.
Yeah. I think, you need a catchphrase for this.
Oh.
I don't know what it would be. I like what you said there. If we study here, we can work here.
Yeah.
That's just like common sense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for this country, that isn't necessarily the case.
Definitely.
Which is sad. But let's talk about some positive things.
Yeah.
Some amazing things that have happened.
We love
this year.
positive
Let's talk
things.
about Move It, which was this. Well, what is Move It? It's kind of a bird represented
Yeah.
thing, and it's just a massive dance showcase.
Yeah, it's a massive event. Like,
Yeah. But musical theatre as well.
yeah.
And you,
I didn't know about that.
yeah, you did dance and musical theatre. You
Yeah.
did 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, guys, João was amazing. I'm really talented because I watched I didn't go, but I did watch the clips and all the YouTube stuff they put up. And I mean, it was.
Do you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking for all my friends. I was like, oh, I know them.
It was kind of hard to see because like we were all dressing the same, but
I know, but you can. If
yeah,
look hard enough,
you can notice.
and you're quite
Yeah.
tall as well.
Yeah.
So-
So I was at the front, so
You well, and
cut
also
that. People are going to think that I'm rude.
No, that's staying in. That's not being cut. That's you were, and you're tall, and I spotted you, and I thought you were very good. I'm really excited for Move It next year, and I really hope that if I can really, really work hard, to be picked, because I hadn't done the commercial, I hadn't done much musical theatre before. So if I work my socks off, I could join you next year. Because like if you've done it in first year, you're probably going to do it in second year. Probably.
Yeah,
Right?
I think so. Like,
Yeah, that would make sense.
it would make
And
sense.
I would really, really love to do it with you next.
I
just think it'll
think
be so much fun.
I think you're more than able to do it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of work to do,
The
and
future
I'm
will
aware
say.
of that.
Yeah.
The future will see. Yeah, a year's time. So looking at yourself from first term, at the beginning of first term to where you are now, like, have you seen an improvement? Do you look at yourself at the beginning and go like, "Damn, I've come X amount."
Yeah, definitely. Especially like with my ballet technique and experience, because I've never had a ballet class before going to Burren
Right,
in
yeah.
my entire life.
Wow.
Like, I had 0 ballet experience, and I was panicking because when we got into our groups, I was like, wait, what am I doing here? Because all these people are ballet dancers, or like most of it, 90% of it. And I was like, what am I doing here? I panicked so much. Like those first weeks were terrifying. But I was just like, let's just keep going and see where it gets us.
Yeah.
And yeah, like now, for example,
I saw you in Pas de Deux, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I
but
saw you.
that's different.
No, it's ballet
That's
Pas de Deux
different.
with the ballet teacher.
I mean,
saw you
yeah,
dancing.
but
at
we
the
were
end of
doing
last term.
tango, which is completely different from.
I
Like,
guess, but you're still
ballet.
using ballet technique to like hold yourself and move.
I guess.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the bar.
yeah, well, like, yes,
David,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, if he watches this, imagine. He comes into my next lesson and is just like, "Oh, thanks for the shout out on your podcast." I'd cry if any teacher watched this. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be fun to get a teacher on?
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know what the laws
that's
are.
actually a really good idea.
I couldn't do it here. I'd take my set to a studio or like an office. Well, that might be fun.
Who would be able to do it though?
I don't know. Well, Lewis is ritiring, so
Oh,
I could
shit.
get a retirement episode. I could do the end. I could call it like the end of a. There's a phrase.
The end of an era.
End of an era.
Yeah.
I could call it that.
Yeah.
Lewis Diabru, end of an era. That would be sick.
Do you know actually?
I'd have a lot of fun.
Like his name's spelled Diabreu
Diabru.
because he's also Portuguese. And
Yes, I do
A
know
lot
that.
of people don't know about this,
From,
but
I believe,
Madeira.
Madeira, which is where Rodrigo
Madeira.
is
Yeah,
from.
Rodrigo's from Madeira.
Is it
as well.
Rodrigo or
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. I can't do it. But you
I
give
also
it
like
a
hearing Portuguese
pizzazz.
name in English. Like it's
You do?
it's interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you so?
Not my name though, because
João.
no one actually can say my name.
Joãozinho. Am I not saying that correct?
No, yeah, you you actually, yeah, you say it like really well.
Oh.
But yeah, like a lot of people don't, and that's fine. Like I don't get offended by it. Like my name is like really hard to pronounce, especially if you're English.
Yeah. Maybe we just start calling you like J Dog or something. Give it like an awful. Like,
I was
slang.
thinking of telling people like in the beginning of the year to call me like, but call me Jay.
Jay.
But then I was like, no,
That
no,
would
no,
be,
no,
yeah,
no, no,
imagine.
no, no.
Let's get back onto topic because I go off it so
Yeah.
quickly. So Move It, which is this massive dance performance event, was your first time doing it.
Mhm.
What was the like rehearsal process like, and also what was the process of getting chosen for it? How did it work? Was it just that you got an email and it was like, we'd like you to be in the piece? Or was it
Yeah.
you have to audition? How does that work?
Yeah, like I thought there were going to be auditions in the beginning of the year, but then like that didn't happen. And yeah, I just got an email. And it was so fun because like I don't get the notifications in my on like of my emails. So the first piece I got in was, I think it was the empty one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the empty one.
This was Eugenius.
Oh yeah, the Eugenius one. I was like leaving for Burren again, and then Maria from second year, she went to me and she screamed. She started screaming, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And she was like, "You're going to move it." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I went to my email, and that was the email.
Yeah.
And I screamed with her because
I mean,
yeah.
fair. And so it was an email saying we'd like you to be in the piece.
Yeah.
Or did you have to audition to be in the piece?
I don't think no.
No.
It
It was just like, we've seen you in less. So how does that work as well? Because is it the teacher who is choreographing the piece or doing the piece? It's like a teacher who teaches you or has done something with you, who's seen how you work.
Yeah.
And they like the way you work.
Yeah. Because obviously who choreographs the opening, which was the piece that I was in, is Sam Stanley. So I think like he just picked out like
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were some teachers, I think, didn't Tom Ashton and Charisse do pieces?
they did.
And for a lot of students, they probably have never had a lesson yet for first years. It's interesting also then because I guess you got to wait until second year to then start working with some of the teachers who then do the pieces to get your face out there.
If you're able to work with them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Tom Ashton does workshop,
Yeah.
I think.
Like it's possible for you to like not end up with him because you can also be in Adam's workshop. So
Yeah, so I had Adam's workshop. I wonder if they get recommended students from people. I mean,
Yeah,
I have no idea how
idea.
it works. I have no idea how
I
it
genuinely have no
works.
idea.
But yeah, so you got chosen and then you start going to rehearsals. with
rehearsals.
loads of second years. Third
Yeah.
years? Or was it just first and
Third and second.
There were.
Wait. I'm pretty sure it was like mostly second years.
Yes,
Like,
because I think third year is quite busy at that point,
yeah,
aren't
yeah,
they?
yeah.
Yeah. So what was that like kind of working with slightly older, more experienced students? Some of them, had done it before as well.
Yeah, I loved I love both experiences, the empty and the opening one. But personally, I feel like the opening was so stressful.
Yeah,
It was
so many people. I had no
It
idea
was,
how it was made in
like,
one studio.
there were 100 students in that studio, and I was like, how are we all gonna fit here? And that's all right, because like we had 2 studios for all of us, and like the spacing, like it wasn't a problem. I think it was the sequences, because in the first rehearsal, in the first day of rehearsals, because we only had 3 days of rehearsal
Oh, really?
for the opening.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
just 3.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure it was 3. Yeah, it was 3. The first week of rehearsals, I got home and I cried because he taught us like all of the sequences on the first day. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, like that whole choreography he taught us.
How long did that take you?
Like to learn.
Yeah. Like that first day, how long was that rehearsal?
It started from like 9 to like 6 p.m.
Damn. So full
It
weekend.
was a full day of rehearsals.
Yeah. And that was on a weekend, bearing in mind you've also just done a week of lessons.
Oh yeah.
It must be tiring.
Yeah. It was, but
That's just what life is like.
yeah, and especially if you like what you're doing,
Yes,
like
yeah.
it's not tiring. Like I mean, it's obvious. It's like you can obviously get tired,
Yeah.
but like you're happy as well. So
Yeah, I get.
as long as you're
That's
doing that,
important, yeah.
it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was so stressful because I know I just put a lot of pressure in me sometimes. I just put a lot of pressure on me sometimes, and yeah, and the fact that he thought is like, I think it was like what 8 sequences, like extremely like detailed, and I don't want to say difficult, but like yeah, that was like hip hop, like really like grounded hip hop.
So think about the sequences we get taught in lessons.
Yeah,
In terms of, like,
I would say
difficulty,
yeah.
Where are they? Similar?
Far away.
Slightly different? Far away.
Really far away.
Damn.
I think like the movie sequences were a lot harder than the sequences that we learn in lesson. I think it was a different style as well.
Yeah.
But I loved it, and I loved like doing those, like experience that type of like I don't want to call it hip hop, even though like it was mostly hip hop and like pop locking and all that stuff, and I loved it. But yeah, it was really stressful because for me personally, they were difficult, especially in the first day.
Yeah.
And I think my pickup skills are terrible.
No.
So yeah, I genuinely think that. I did it.
Down.
Like I like the week before, the week after that, like I knew everything. Like
There you go.
I made sure that I knew everything.
Yeah.
So we could like start the spacing and everything. But yeah, that day was like so stressful, and yeah, but like those are experiences that you need to go through.
Yeah, 100%. From watching it, I get the impression that so they did it like in the round setting because you had audience on all sides, kind of with cameras as the front, and so you had people facing out in like you had 4 like line kind of like clumps each facing out. So I'm guessing then you'd learn the same routine.
Yeah,
you get like a quarter of the group would like say do it. I'm guessing just from watching it that would make sense. And then that when you come to spacing it on the day, you just put these people facing there, these people.
Yeah.
Was it completely identical?
We auditioned for 2 sequences.
Okay.
Like there were 2 specific sequences that he wanted some people to do.
Yeah.
But we all learned every sequence. But yeah, like in terms of spacing, like I didn't. Wait.
What do you mean?
Wait, can you repeat what you said? Because I got lost.
Yeah, sure. I was saying that for the spacing that it was like 4 groups, each facing out.
Yeah.
As like as a square type thing.
Yeah, I think that was kind of random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
like, we all knew the same choreography.
Yeah. Yes.
So he was just like, yeah, you're gonna face that way.
Spread you all out.
Yeah.
Kind of around in a circle.
Like if that group is in the back, you're gonna face the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking with one studio with 100 people, like, wow.
I still don't know how that happened, but it did.
Yeah.
So.
Would it have been easier doing it in the theater? Because that's quite big.
Yeah, but the theater was closed because of like they were doing something in there for the musicals.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well done.
Thank you.
I watched it. You did a really good job.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to see what you get up to next.
Me too, actually.
Hopefully,
assessments.
there is
yes.
yeah. So we've got assessments coming next. How are you? How are you feeling about those?
Do you know what? I'm super chill, actually. Like I'm sure that like I don't know everything, of course.
I mean, there's so much, isn't there?
Yeah, it's so much stuff. But I'm loving the process.
Yeah.
Like I just love to do it. Like I love the process of like rehearse like a sequence like during a lot of time, and then like being able to perform and just enjoy it to like whoever's like evaluating you. I love it because like I know like at the end of the day I know that I'm gonna know it all.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, like I try not to stress about it too much, but I obviously stress about ballet and tap.
Yeah.
Even though I'm starting to really enjoy tap, like, and really like trying to perform and like not think about the technique so much.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Kind of allow it to kind of flow more as one.
Yeah.
What I am really happy about is that, so I didn't do the commercial of jazz before I came, like you didn't do the ballet. And the 3 jazz routines we're doing have been my favorite out of all the ones we've learned. So for commercial, it's like one of my favorite routines that we've been taught.
The commercial
routine. And then for my other 2 teachers for jazz, like we've done several routines with them, but the ones they've got us doing now are like the ones I can really get behind.
Really?
And so I'm really happy. Yeah.
Who do you have? You have Belinda and Ruth.
I've got Belinda and Ruth.
Right.
And
I have Belinda and Ruth too.
Oh, you do? Yeah. So we've probably got the same routines. And I prefer these ones to ones that I've done in the past. And for some reason, I can just really get behind them. And like, I've been doing well. And that's just made me so like, because that's for me, we were talking about progress earlier, looking back from the beginning until now. Like, I think jazz is where I've noticed recently the most improvement.
Yeah.
For you, it would be ballet. For me, it's definitely like commercial. It's my favorite lesson. I enjoy it.
It's my favorite lesson too.
Yeah. Every week, I'm just like throwing myself at it.
Yeah.
More. I mean, I don't understand what the hell I'm doing, but
as long as you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like
it's made me like glad that I've decided to come do this.
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of doubt.
Yeah.
I think with like, what am I doing with my life? Because I never expected to be doing musical theatre. I wanted to go.
I'm shocked to hear.
So I wanted to go into pure contemporary dance. I was sending off applications to London Contemporary Dance School, the place, Rambert, Northern. I was like writing up my uni applications, and I was also doing musical theatre ones at the same time. And I just decided, you know what, let's just go all in for musical theatre. And I did go all in, and I got offered for Bird, and I was like, I'm taking it. Let's give it a try. So it's been really nice because at the beginning, I don't know if you've ever felt this, but I felt really unsure whether I'd made the right decision because I felt like I was really like behind and I don't know. But now I'm here and we're getting to assessments and I'm like, I'm enjoying the assessment material. That's been such a good feeling.
It's so curious that you're saying that because like I've never felt that way since I'm here.
Okay, nice. Okay.
I've only started to feel like that after I got that Bento audition email. I was like, oh shit, like this is going to be my life, like from now on. Like I'm not going to be allowed to work for all these, for all these places. And I'm not even going to be allowed to audition.
But we'll just get married. We'll get that ring on your finger.
Oh God.
And then you can, get your visa, get your passport, get all of that.
Yeah.
Start working in this country.
But
just don't tell Kaitlin.
I'm gonna figure something out.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It would be nice for there to be more support and stuff out there put in place, just because that is really like just morally, I can sympathize for you.
Yeah.
And I really hope that when you come to graduate, you can find something that is at the high enough level.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's some crazy international tour. I mean, who knows? Maybe you could be working around in I don't know, Italy. You're going to Rome, and
that'd be so cool.
I don't know, because I've heard you've got these shows. I've never been to them, but I've just heard people. I know some people who have done some of these musicals, but in other countries,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I actually have is he a friend? Someone I know, and he's currently doing like a tour of Asia
Oh,
of like School of Rock or
That's
something like
odd.
that. Something, yeah. It's like
nice.
yeah, he's doing. And I did a summer program with him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, well, that is so cool.
Nice.
So maybe there might be things like that out there,
Yeah.
and hopefully,
hopefully there
spend a couple years doing that. By then, maybe the rules have been changed. I don't know.
will. Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're falling in love with some Brit, and I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't know, and it really sucks.
Yeah.
Like it's terrible. As I've mentioned on previous podcasts, and I'm gonna keep mentioning it on podcasts. It probably won't do anything, but it's just that glimmer of hope. Maybe we
Yeah.
start a petition.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah. As long as you're enjoying your training, though,
I am. And
and I don't want you to feel downhearted.
Oh
too
no,
much.
no. Like I wouldn't be here if I wasn't if I don't enjoy what I do. Like I'm only here because I love what I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, like that's like the mainly reason that keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be like, it should always be like that. Like from the minute that you're not enjoying what you're doing, like there's no point of you doing it.
Yeah. And if you can get an agent, I guess, in
Yeah.
your third year, like a really good agent, they pull strings.
Yeah.
They could sort
Oh yeah.
something.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about.
So that, that's totally an option.
Mhm.
Getting an agent, being able to work with you, and it'll be really exciting if there's one who can understand that situation
Yeah.
you're in and find a way. Because the thing is, like with things like this, with law, with like the government, there's so many like loopholes and like everything's there's just certain ways of doing things
Mhm.
that from an outside perspective you have no idea, but like
Yeah.
someone who really knows what they're doing. So it's one of those like there is an uncertainty to it, but there are still possibilities and like ways around. Obviously you could just get married. That would solve a lot of problems.
Hopefully I will in the future.
Yeah, that would be
but
nice. It would be
yeah,
nice.
We'll see.
We now have. Sorry, I feel bad. I feel like you're upset.
I'm upset. I'm loving this experience.
Okay, yeah. It's just your eyes. I don't know, something about them. I know. I feel like.
But what,
I've saddened
what,
you.
right now?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm upset right now.
Yeah. Are you not? Are you
What?
fine? Are you fine?
No,
Okay.
I'm so fine.
I want to
Yeah.
make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
Well, let's go on to our Love the Advice section. This is a section that Maz, a previous guest, created and I've stolen and kept on doing.
What?
So it's called Love the Advice.
Yeah.
And we've got some questions sent in.
Oh.
And you just got to give your advice on
Okay.
the questions.
Yeah.
So for her, they were about relationships. But that doesn't have to be the advice that you give. So these ones are about obviously being about international students. Well, you being an international student. And the first one, there's only 2 this week. So actually, people, you'll see polls on Instagram. You'll see things put out there. I don't do it, but they are there. And please, if you are interested, if you want your question to be answered, do submit an answer so we can get more, because that would be smashing.
It's really cool.
What we want to know is this first one is, where were the best places to audition when you were, auditioning for?
Oh,
Jobs.
in Portugal.
In England, like where were the best places you auditioned for?
The best place I auditioned for.
Yeah, some of the best best audition experiences.
I've only auditioned for 3 places.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, Bird being one of them.
It was Birds. Then I auditioned for a musical theater college in Barcelona.
Oh wow.
It's called IAB. I got a place in there, and I auditioned for Amildale, but it was like online.
Oh,
So-
I see. But did you Bird in person?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I flied here,
Woo.
just to audition, and it was such a good experience. Like, I'll remember it like till the day I die. Yeah, I loved it.
That's really good.
And I found out on the day that I got in. And that made
Yeah,
me
me
so
too.
happy, because I thought like everyone like would like find out if they got in, like, I don't know, weeks before, after. Sorry, not before.
Got your audition booked in. Oh, by the way, yeah, you're already in. That'd be sick.
No, but yeah, I found out on the day, and like it was mostly because of that I decided to come here.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Yeah.
massive confidence boost.
Yeah.
And obviously, if they don't give it out to everyone, but
Yeah,
I guess if it, that's great. So 3 places.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't go for more. Was it just those 2 in England?
Mm-hmm. And I didn't have a really good experience with Amildale. They basically they made me audition. They made me pay the fees, which were quite expensive, and I paid it with my money. And after I sent the audition, they were like, "Oh my god, you're so good, but we don't actually accept international students." And I was like, "Oh wait, but we can offer you a place in our diploma." And I was like, wait, hold on. So you made me audition, you made me pay 50 quid.
Whoa.
And you're saying that you don't accept me because I'm an international student. You should have told me that before.
Get your money back.
They didn't. They didn't
Oh, man.
get me my money back.
That's rough.
And I'm fine. Yeah.
The bird audition then being one of the few ones you did, I am under the understanding that you've gone for bird because Maria Santos in second year
Yeah.
was she was the how do you I don't know.
She was a push for me to come here.
Yeah, for all of this kind of group because there's a big group,
Yeah.
group of you.
Yeah. I started searching for bird and because I my plan A was to go to Barcelona.
Okay.
But then my parents made me do a gap year because they were like, right, if you're gonna do this, we support you, but we want you to fully know what you're doing and where you're going. So they made me do a gap year, and they also wanted me to realize if I really want to do this for the future.
Yeah.
And I realized that I already knew it. So, but yeah, I started working. I worked on the Portuguese version of the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Nice.
It was kind of a panto, but cool.
Okay, nice. Sure.
And yeah, and then I started searching for more colleges, musical theater colleges in London and other places. Yeah. And Burren was one of the cheaper ones.
Cool.
And I was like, well, they look pretty sick. They're one of the cheaper ones,
but they're also one of the better ones as well.
Yeah. And I was like, I mean, might as well just try to audition. I genuinely thought I wasn't going to get in. Because in my vision, but it was super dancey. I was like, they have a lot of ballerinas and
yeah. I mean,
I'm just not I'm not a dancer at all.
You wouldn't be able to tell though. You wouldn't be able to tell.
No, and I was because in my other school, back in Portugal, I wouldn't consider myself a dancer, and I don't think anyone would. And I was like, yeah, because I'm not a dancer, I don't even think I'm gonna get in. I love commercial.
Yeah, you're really good at commercial. The way you move is very impressive.
But yeah, they need dancers with some technique and ballet experience, and I just never had that. But then I auditioned, and it was super different than I was expecting. Expecting. Yeah, because the choreo was this.
Was it Bafana?
It was
groovy
Bafana
and
groovy and contemporary.
Yeah,
and
it was.
African beat style.
I strongly believe that it was that element of the audition that swayed it in my favor.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would have got in otherwise.
Me too.
It was that piece.
Yeah, the fact that the groove and
100%.
Because if it was a ballet sequence, which we had,
yeah,
and which I remember I was terrible. I was
there were some people doing triples in the audition, and I was like, man, my doubles suck. You're there doing clean triples.
I remember looking at the mirror and being like, holy shit, I'm different than everyone else. Why am I turning with a different leg? I was like, fucking hell. But yeah, that didn't made me it didn't make me down.
Okay,
if you know what I mean. It kind of made me laugh, to be honest. I was because in my mind, I was like, yeah, I already know I'm not gonna get in, so I might as well just enjoy the process.
Okay.
Yeah, I was I was.
So you stopped stressing, which probably helped you. It was in your
did.
favor because it made
did.
you relax, just get into it more.
I remember
enjoy it.
being in Studio 34, waiting for me to for them to call my name. Oh, and I was also the last person dancing. I started with singing and dancing. So I was the last person doing my solo. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be here like hours waiting for them to call me. So might as well just do some TikToks and whatever. And everyone was just like, I remember in the studio, everyone was with their headphones. And they were like memorizing and like rehearsing like mentally.
Yeah.
And I was like taking pictures. I was like, yeah, hi mom. I'm gonna be the last one. So anyways, how are you? And I started talking to people.
Yeah.
And I made some friends in the audition.
Nice.
But most of them didn't get in.
Oh.
I mean, or they might have got
Haven't
in.
come.
Yeah, they haven't come.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still follow them on Instagram, which is
Nice.
cool. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, like, if you've done your work beforehand, if you know what you're doing for your song and for your acting, and you kind of, don't put too much pressure for your dance because you learn it when you're in the room, you don't necessarily have to like cram it all in.
Oh no.
When you're waiting just before, because that's going to make you start.
That's the
overthinking
worst.
things.
That's the worst thing you can do.
I guess if you just kind of relax into a little bit more, and then go and do your thing. For my, and people might have heard this before, I don't know. For my singing element of the audition, I did my. I did my contemporary, and they went, do you have one more song for us? And I was like, not a musical, because I mean, I didn't sing many musical songs. So I just pulled out a pop song that I'd been listening to on the radio, and they went, okay, nice. Yeah.
What song was that? Was it?
I think it was Another Love, Tom Adele. I'd been listening
love.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, okay.
I'd been listening to it in the car, and they went, okay, cool. Yeah. We'd like to offer you a place. And I went,
yes!
Sorry. What?
On another love.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it was also a little bit too high for me.
Yeah.
And so I was just really trying to remember all the techniques that I mean, I hadn't been singing like loads, but I understood some of the basics. And so I was just like, okay, come on. And I've got to give it credit. It got me in. That and contemporary. Yeah, is what I'm gonna say.
And the groove.
And the groove. Yeah. But it was a fun audition.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It definitely was.
And I think that's what's really important. Audition.
Yeah,
Just
I feel
them.
like one of the most important things that you need to do before going to the audition is like trying to distract yourself. Yeah. Like I was scrolling through TikTok. I was like trying to talk to people. It's also good for other people if you like try to talk to them. I think.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's a bit of advice there from João.
Yeah.
So.
Oh we were following the questions. I completely forgot.
No, that's fine. Another question, or actually our final question, because we got to. Please send some more. Tips for training in a different country. So for potentially, if we have a couple of international people who are looking to become students in this country or another country, what tips do you have? Or maybe this, if Kaya, Marta, whatever are watching, what tips do you have for people?
I think the most important one is like you need to like be 100% sure that you want to follow this, because if you don't know, and if you're doing this for like a part-time or whatever, like it's not going to be worth it, like the experience, because at the end of the day, being an international student is really hard, especially if you're alone. Yeah.
Oh, imagine.
I'm getting emotional. No.
But like, imagine if it was just you.
Yeah. Maria was by herself last year.
Yeah, I might need to get her on for an episode.
Yeah.
That's because that is crazy.
I mean, she wasn't by herself. Like she wasn't the only international student that year, but she was the only Portuguese student.
Yeah, the only one from like her. Yeah. But
she
you
was
guys
by
have
herself
come with
that
a group
way.
of friends.
Yeah, we have like a little Portuguese community around here, and an international community as well.
Yeah. It's so nice. I love it. You guys
it
are
is.
so cool.
But yeah, definitely know for sure whether you want to follow this industry and like musical theater in general, because and if you do this like for fun and for your own happiness, it's so much easier like to go through all of this stuff. Yeah, I think
if you can enjoy it, and if you can, you're passionate about it, then a couple of exams here and there.
I know, like
it's not too bad.
And like I say that it's really hard, and like it is, but it doesn't stress me that much, because at the end of the day, I'm doing what I love.
Yeah.
That's what's more important to me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for everyone.
No, I think that's so true. I think if you're enjoying, and I think this just goes for everything. If you're enjoying what you're doing, then you should probably keep doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've really, like I said, I've really enjoyed all the jazz stuff that we've done. I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
Like that has come as a surprise. But if I was doing maybe a mathematics degree, like imagine you're learning all this stuff for an exam that you really don't find interesting. Yeah.
I'm not at all the type of person who could like
Not very academic.
No. I mean, yeah, I had like good grades and whatever.
No, me too.
But yeah, I couldn't spend all day in like just writing stuff and like studying. Like it's just not for me. I need to like do something practical.
I couldn't spend a whole day doing it, but I was a bit academic. I mean, I was nerdy about certain things. Like I did actually like maths quite a lot, and
that's interesting.
I got into like I like
no, but you
numbers
give that vibe.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I wear glasses.
A really nerdy vibe.
I am.
I wear glasses too, but I don't think I give that vibe.
No. Glasses doesn't make you universally.
No, I know,
but I definitely was. I also liked reading a lot. I've signed up
you
for
give that vibe.
Mariana's book club.
Yeah, she told me. She literally told me about like half an hour ago.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, she was asking. Look, we'll finish this episode soon, but just for this last little bit, she was asking on the form like what type of stuff you were interested in reading, and I was like, fantasy, kind of fiction, like adventure, blah, all of this. And then she's like, so the book we're going to be reading is this like romance novel, and I was like, oh wow, okay.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna give it a go. You know, I'm gonna see if I enjoy it. I think I haven't been reading enough, and I think that's because I've just been focusing so much on like all of our bird stuff.
Yeah.
I come home and it's like, okay, let me have a nap, then have some dinner, then go over some work, maybe do some editing or whatever I need to do. Watch a couple YouTube videos just to like of other things I like. I like poker because there's statistics and there's like chance and all of that. Like, so I'll do things like that, and then I go to bed, and then I haven't been reading. I haven't been focusing on other stuff. So even though it's a romance novel, I might give this book a go.
Give it a go.
Because it means that I'll read something.
And try to do something different.
And it'll be better than just scrolling on my phone.
You'll probably,
Again, like
you don't know if you like it. You'll probably like it.
Maybe.
You know?
Are you going to join?
No.
Fair
Reading
enough.
is not for me, guys.
Well, look, you know what? It's if you're passionate about it, do it. And if you're not, doesn't matter. Don't do it.
I mean, at least you can try it, but like if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah, well, there's your advice.
Sorry, Mariana, love you.
You've been a brilliant guest. I knew you would be.
Wait, are we finished?
I think
I
so.
was enjoying it so much.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's alright.
I worry, and this is something for you watchers and listeners. I worry that they can be too long for people and for like attention spans and whatnot. And I get that just from looking at some of the statistics. And so I thought maybe it would be better if they are slightly shorter.
Yeah.
If you compact some of the information. It would also mean that editing it would be half the amount of time.
You're going to do those cuts.
I am going to. I'll go through the whole thing. To be honest, I'm not sure how long this one's been, but it feels like it's been a solid chunk of time. Have a little look. Does it say? It should.
Wait, 47 minutes.
There you go. 47 minutes. That's
47 minutes.
17 minutes longer than...
Wait, let me just ask you something.
I said it might...
I was thinking about it. Like I thought you were going to ask me that. And now I'm the interviewer.
Okay, yeah, let's switch this round then. Fine.
Yeah. What do you think about being a boy in Burr College? Or like in the musical theater industry in general?
You're really trying to elongate this episode.
Yeah.
What do I think about being a boy? Cool, that's a big question. That is a very big question. There's a lot of different ways.
It might be controversial though.
And different. So here's the thing. Yeah, there's a lot of different avenues that can go down with it, and some of it might be controversial, or people might get upset about. Perhaps I think personally, and this is to do with like just me. This might not be the same for everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I personally have been finding it quite tough, and I think the thing that is like challenging is, for example, I don't have many guys in my group.
Yeah,
there are three of us. They're both very nice, funny, big characters.
Yeah.
We're not the closest of friends, which is fine, and so that means that there's like 20 other girls
Yeah.
in the group. And so in terms of like friendships as a guy, you only really have girls to be friends with, which is totally fine. But I think the issue that I get with that is sometimes I don't want to be too good friends with someone.
Yeah.
Because then people will start saying things like, "Oh, look at you two." And like I've had comments like that made at me, and it's like I'm literally just friends with them.
And you literally have a girlfriend. So
And I literally have a girlfriend. Yeah. But I was in a lesson and someone said something about me and Marta, and I was like, "What? I'm giving her a massage."
Sorry, because I would never imagine that.
Exactly.
Sorry, Marta.
And so I'm just like, so I find, and so I do worry a lot. Like I get quite self-conscious that if I become too good friends with some of the,
it's
some
so
of the
sad that you
girls.
think like that.
Yeah, I think this comes from past experiences I've had at previous dance places.
Yeah,
and sometimes it does feel like I'm unable to make real connections and friendships because I worry about what other people might think about it. I get on with some of the guys at Bird.
Yeah,
I'm not in.
You're
many,
my friend.
Thank you, João. I'm not in many groups with. In workshop, I've got a couple. I just I do find it quite difficult. I also inflict some of it on myself because I don't go out very often. Like I don't socialize much because I do love
That's an option.
me time. I love my personal space. I love
Same.
coming home and just crashing, and I never have the energy. I'm trying to a little bit more this term.
Yeah.
Because it will take my mind off assessments, and otherwise I'll be at home just like.
You're coming to Ron's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, you can say this because. Oh man, that you made my heart leap. I was like, right, you can't say that. You've just spoiled the surprise.
Yeah, it's because this isn't live.
No, that's such a good point. Yes, no, I am.
Nice.
That's throw me off. I was like, you can't say that. No, I'm gonna go to that tomorrow. So I'm gonna try and start a little bit more. Yeah. And at the beginning of the year, I went out like 3 times.
Yeah, I remember seeing you in Staples. Yeah,
but only
you slept at Maria's,
but like once or twice.
Yeah.
I slept on their sofa. I didn't know them, by the way.
I know. That's why I cleaned their kitchen.
Yeah, it is because I felt bad. I was like, I'm just some random dude who's just like woken up on your sofa. And now we're really good friends, which is great. And I feel like I'm able to be friends with them because they're second year.
Yeah,
a lot easier because you're not in lessons with them every day. It's so separate. And I'm actually like really. So my girlfriend goes to Central, and she's got a whole group of friends, and I have found it really easy to make friends with them.
Yeah,
I don't see them all the time.
Yeah,
whereas I feel like Kai and Marta,
that's the best friendships.
Totally, Kai and Marta, I'm really close with in my group, and that has been really nice. But then you're seeing them
all
every
the time.
single day.
It gets
all the
tiring.
time, and girls, sometimes I don't want to meet up. I'm just overwhelmed.
Yeah,
it becomes a bit too much.
Yeah.
They made one comment a couple months ago now. And I walked into the lesson, and I started speaking to them. They were just, "Oh, Josh, just please, just for 1 second." And I was like, "What?"
Oh.
And so what happened was they'd listened to 2 of my podcasts that morning.
Oh God!
On their walk to college.
Did they?
And so they'd just been listening to my voice for like an hour. And so I come into the lesson and say hi to them,
I'm
and
sorry
they're like,
for existing.
"I've listened to too much of your voice, Josh. Be quiet. It's too much." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, morning.
Yeah.
How you doing?" It was funny. But. Yeah, I guess that's what makes it a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
I socialize with different people than I work with, I guess. Yeah, I think generally. So in terms of like being a boy,
yeah,
I do find that those are the things that I find challenging. What about yourself? I feel like you get along with everyone.
Yeah. I try.
I feel like you don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care
about what people think.
Yeah, that's true.
I care too much.
Yeah, I think being a boy, like in this industry in general, can like kind of make you doubt a lot. Like, for example, like you get all those stuff, like all that stuff, like auditions and everything, and you might like start doubting yourself and be like, wait, so did I just get this because I'm a boy?
Yeah, it's the phrase.
But you're just
a boy, or you've got penis points.
I've had people telling me that I only got in Bird just because I'm a boy.
I hear things like that because they're like, you're a guy, it's easier. And yeah, on one hand, there are less guys that audition.
And that's a fact.
And that is a fact. Less guys audition.
Yeah.
However, if you look at the groups, you've got like 26 girls to 3 guys.
Per
I mean,
group. Yeah.
however many, 20 odd, like
Mhm.
20, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Some groups maybe like have 25 people in, 3-4 of them are guys.
Yeah.
Like the ratios are also in the girls' favor. So it makes sense that more girls audition.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily, less guys audition, but less guys get in
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be, I do look at it a lot and I'm think, I got in, like, I'm a guy who does acrobatics, which everyone was like, Josh, you do flips.
Yeah.
Oh
my
thing.
God, it's that
was the thing.
thing.
You do flips, you're going to get in. You're going to do well.
You're gonna
and I
get
was
in.
like, yeah, but I don't know how to dance. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, cool, I can do a flip in commercial.
I really
but
wanna-
I can't do anything else.
You need to teach me how to do flips.
Everyone says that. I will at some
fucking
point.
hell, but I really want to do it. It's like one of my goals by
so
third year.
here's the thing. It's the summer now.
Yeah.
Summer term is, it's what's happening. So everyone's going to be outside, more on the grass. I think totally
Yeah.
I can start teaching people.
Please. I'll
Um,
pay you.
You don't need to pay. You do not need. João, you have no way of making money. There is no need for you to pay me.
That's so
do
true.
not be ridiculous.
That is so true.
How terrible of me to charge you. That would be awful.
imagine. Oh
I would
my
feel
God.
bad as a human.
No, yeah,
I'd feel
I wouldn't pay.
like I'd committed a crime or something. No, I need to find something for me to pay you. Like you need to
What?
something that you need to teach me. So then I'll pay you for
You
that.
still need to book those studios that you told us that you'll.
Yes,
you-
it's
you
true.
book.
It's
Yeah.
true. I did accidentally do one with Liao and some of her friends, but I
You
didn't.
didn't invite me.
No, so here's the
You're
thing.
a fake.
No, I
ass
am.
bitch.
It was a last minute thing, and I asked Liao, "Can I come to your singing
No, it's
studio?"
alright.
To no, let me explain, please. Please let me explain because I feel really bad.
No, it's fine.
Liao had a singing studio, and I said, "Can I come and sing my song quickly at the beginning of it for you?" And I get
What song
there.
you're singing?
It was Giants in the Sky.
Yeah.
And on the that was previous.
Street
No, not that one.
Wave.
No, it's I've never been in love before.
Oh, I'm singing that song too.
You are?
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
For a baritone register.
Yeah.
It was really good. So
It's
I
kind of
went.
boring, but anyways.
It's short as well.
yeah.
Boring. A little
Like
bit.
a classic cliche love song.
yeah.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't call it boring.
Yeah.
I would call it simple.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I like it. I enjoy
Cut.
it as a song.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. You keep pointing the camera and saying cut, but then like you don't leave enough time for me to actually make it cut
Oh
before you.
God.
I'll
Yeah.
give it a try.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Please try.
So yeah, I went to the studio and I did those, but it turned out that 2 of her friends were there with her, and I didn't know about it.
Oh.
So I ended up singing for 3 people, which I wasn't expecting. But I was like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I will at some
should.
point try and. I've never booked a studio before. I don't actually know how you do it, but I will at some point try and book one. So my thing was, as someone who hasn't sung much, I want to book studios, invite a bunch of friends, and then we just kind of do our own mock assessment type thing with our songs, and we just sing it in front of each other.
And like give tips to each other. and
Yeah.
everything.
So I think that'll be really helpful because my biggest problem is a little bit of fear of getting up and singing. And like, I can get up and do things, but when it's like karaoke because it's not serious. But as soon as it's like, this needs to be good, so if I can start practicing, that was what João was talking about with the studios. And we've moved on from Love the Device, but as a bit of advice,
we did.
if you're someone who struggles with something, find some time to do it in front of other people.
Rehearse it.
And rehearse it. Yeah. Very important that you rehearse things because if you're doing a performance course and you don't
need
know
to
what you're
rehearse.
doing, it's my biggest nightmare. Like going into an audition or a showcase class, whatever,
And don't know what you're doing.
and everyone knows something.
Yeah.
But the nightmare is that you didn't even know that you needed to know it.
Oh, yeah.
Like it wasn't something that you even knew about. And they're like all doing this thing and you're like, wait, I was meant to know this.
Yeah.
But obviously that's not a realistic scenario because like you would have been told about something to know before. But in a like a dream nightmare scenario, it's like imagine just like absolutely having no idea you were meant to know something.
Yeah.
And then you've just got to try
I
and
dreamed about
follow
that.
and copy.
Yeah.
That would be horrible.
It would.
Especially if it was like West End.
But it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
'cause
It's not
You were
gonna
hers,
happen.
and
Yeah.
you're a good student.
Because Bird has been giving me some good habits.
Yeah,
Good habits.
we're full of good habits.
Yeah. That's very important as well, finding habits. Like going to bed at 10.
Not me.
No. I try and like start settling myself.
Yeah.
At like 10. I feel like it's a really good time to unwind. Now, to be completely honest, you will find me on my phone at 10:30, and then I go, oh damn, I need to.
Yeah.
But it's like in the back of my mind something that I should be doing more often. Doesn't mean I do.
Definitely.
And I don't want to give this like online appearance that I'm some perfect. My second term schedule for going to bed and waking up was terrible. The last 3 days though, I will be honest now, it's been amazing.
Really?
Yeah, because I've had
I'm
to.
happy for you.
Because not out of like discipline, out of I have been so ridiculously tired coming back that I've just had to go to sleep.
What? Really?
I've hit a brick wall every day. I finish my lessons and I'm just like,
don't.
I'm shattered.
I don't know how do I do it. I just
You always have energy.
I just go to sleep at like midnight.
Wow. Well, like I have, but
Yeah.
it's not good for me.
It's not, but like I don't know. I just can't
If it
stop
works
doing
with
it.
you,
I
if it
feel like
works.
the day, we don't have enough hours in the day for me to do everything that I want to do.
Wow.
Like I want to go home.
Busy guy.
No, like just because of the fact that I live like so far away from college. I live
It's true.
45 minutes away from
Yeah.
college, walking, and I don't want to get buses because
Yeah.
I'm broke. Yeah. And I want to take a shower. I want to cook. I want to, I don't know, like do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch my soap opera before going to sleep.
Well, hopefully second year you can live closer. Hopefully
I
second
would-
year
yeah.
you're gonna live with me.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It'll be fun. That'll be sick. That would be sick.
I
And
would actually.
I'd have to find somewhere to pop up a podcast studio.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So you'll be aware of that every single week. You can come and watch
oh.
if you want. I'll
Live,
give it. Yeah,
okay.
imagine if we could get a live audience.
Yeah. Oh wait.
That'd be cool. If we
It's
had
giving
more
Ellen.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we had more space, we could like have like. Oh, I'm taking over the lounge. We could have the sofas, like the back of the lounge would be there. We just have like a bunch of our friends just as a live audience.
That's the dream, guys.
And then like we
Yeah.
could hear their reactions and stuff. We could get
Yeah, that would be really cool.
we could get another mic and like we could like pass it round and hear their input and then like take it back to like the people
Yeah.
on the panel or whatever it is. Oh, I've got so many ideas. Okay, I was meant to wrap up.
Oh yeah. Sorry. that
Is
was
there
me.
anything else you wanted to ask?
No.
Were you happy with my answer?
I'm really
your
happy with
question.
your answer. I'm really happy that I was here
I'm so happy you're
for being here, and thank you for inviting me to your podcast.
Well, you're so much fun. You are
Oh,
awesome.
thank you so much.
Well, this has been the Movement Theories podcast. If you want to find out more about João online, his details, Instagram, phone number, all of that
No.
will be in the description. Give him a ring, give him a call.
I mean, it could, whatever.
It won't be. I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I do have to break your heart here. But you can find his Instagram and give him a DM if you would like. This has been the Movement Theories podcast. I hope you've enjoyed. Do like and subscribe and share around and comment and kind of like that whole bundle of things. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.